Introduction. Close your eyes. You're rich. Filthy rich. The kind of rich where you don't ask prices, you just buy things. Now open them. Plot twist. You're standing in ancient Egypt, 2000 BC. Your mansion is a mud hut. Your bathroom is a hole in the dirt, but you own 50 slaves and eat meat. By Egyptian standards, you're basically Jeff Bezos. Fast forward 4,000 years. You have climate control, more tech in your toilet than the moon landing, and you're video calling from your private jet. But here's the question that'll break your brain. Which version of rich actually feels better? Let's take a journey through 5 eras of extreme wealth and discover something shocking. Being rich has always sucked in ways you'd never expect. Number 1. Ancient Egypt, 2000 BC. You wake up at 4 a.m. because air conditioning hasn't been invented yet, and the moment the sun hits the horizon, your bedroom turns into a literal oven. You are a nomarch, a billionaire in modern terms. You sleep on a wooden frame strung with rope, resting your head on a wooden block carved into a curve to protect your expensive wig. You wake up every morning with the neck pain of a car crash survivor. Breakfast is the height of culinary luxury: duck, figs, beer, and bread. But when you take a bite, you hear a crunch. That's sand. Egyptian flour was ground using stones, so sand got into everything. The richest people in Egypt didn't have gold teeth. They had no teeth. By age 40, your molars are ground down to painful little nubs. Wealth here is also conditional. If you miscalculate the Nile's flood projections, the pharaoh can strike your name from every monument, seize your tomb, and burn your mummy. In the afterlife, you would be a hungry, wandering shadow with no home. And don't forget the mosquitoes. All it took was one bite from a malaria-carrying mosquito, and your precious child would quickly become history. Number 2. Ancient Rome, year 100. In Rome, you live like a god. You have feather mattresses and underfloor heating. But the bathroom is a social event. You sit next to 20 other guys to discuss tax policy while doing your business. The toilet paper is a communal sea sponge on a stick, rinsed in a bucket of vinegar and put back for the next person. The worst part is that you're always a target. If the emperor's treasury runs low, he doesn't raise taxes. Instead, he accuses a wealthy senator of treason, executes him, and confiscates the estate. You must perform a balancing act, look rich enough to be respected, but poor enough to survive. At dinner parties, you must swear your love for the emperor, for fear of the Praetorian Guard bursting in. At night, Rome dissolves into anarchy. You must hire a private army to escort you home through the shadows of gangs and drunks. Number 3. Medieval England, 1250. Congratulations, you are a baron. You own a castle, but in reality it is a stone military base, not a hotel. It is incredibly cold. You must wear layers of wool and fur 24/24 because taking them off means risking hypothermia. The toilet is a hole in the floor that drops waste into the moat below. In winter, the wind shoots up that hole like an icy geyser against your backside. Your breakfast is ale because the water is too dirty to drink. You're not exactly drunk, you're just maintaining a low-level calorie shield to forget the freezing reality. Wealth makes you a universal target. War is a lifestyle. Your cousin might show up with catapults at any moment to pillage your home. They might even throw plague-infested cow carcasses over your walls to poison everyone. You own a handwritten Bible that costs as much as a farm, but you have to squint to read it at candlelight in the bone-chilling cold. Number 4. New York's Gilded Age, 1895. You are a railroad tycoon worth the equivalent of $8 billion today. You finally have flushing toilets and hot water, but you are prisoner of your wardrobe. In the 95-degree July heat, you must be encased in 3 layers of heavy black wool, changing outfits 4 times a day because fashion doesn't care about the weather. New technology is dazzling but dangerous. Electric lights are so bright that they give you headaches. Telephones scream static, and early cars might explode when cranked. Most importantly, the workers want to eat you. They call you a robber baron. You own a 50-room mansion, but need armed guards just to leave your front door because thousands of people are chanting your name in anger outside. Your life is a high-pressure performance. One slip-up, like serving lukewarm soup, and you are socially dead. Number 5. Modern era, 2025. You are a hedge fund manager worth $3.2 billion. You have everything history ever craved: heated floors, smart toilets, automated service. But now you choose stealth wealth. You wear a gray hoodie and generic sneakers that cost $4,000 just so no one notices you, because attention today is dangerous. You don't eat for pleasure, you eat for ROI. You drink green sludge that tastes like wet grass just to hopefully extend your life for a few minutes. You are shackled to the digital world. An ancient king could go off the grid, but you cannot. If you go offline for a few seconds, you could lose $200 million in a market crash. You own homes everywhere, but are essentially homeless, spending 400 hours a year in a flying metal tube. You are profoundly lonely because you can't hang out with old friends and you can't trust your employees. You live in constant fear of being tracked, kidnapped, or extorted through your personal data. Conclusion. Late at night, in a room with optimized temperature and lighting, you realize you have conquered the physical world that the pharaohs envied, but you failed to optimize one thing: an empty heart.